Of course, the world has no capital city, but you'd have a hard time telling that today to the people of Buenos Aires. Many there feel they've hit the jackpot. The new Argentinian Pope is in place. He gave his first Mass today for the cardinals of the Roman Catholic Church, who chose him to be the first non-European pope since the New World was discovered, Pope Francis. Spectators returned to St. Peter's Square to share in the experience. Also watching closely, the people of Argentina and those in his home city, Buenos Aires. There are 13 million people in and around that city, most of them Catholic. So yes, it's supercharged right now. And our Adrienne Arsenault is there tonight. Adrienne.
Peter, Buenos Aires today is a place where the anecdotes flow from the nuns who say they begged Cardinal Bergoglio to get new socks because his were so threadbare, to those who say they remember him shunning the official residences of the Archbishop because they were too lavish.
Inside, as you'd expect, prayers and private moments. Just outside the cathedral in the center of Buenos Aires, that until yesterday was home base for then Cardinal Bergoglio, there are souls who must have worked through the night. Why not make the most of the moment, sell a souvenir or two? Here, it's more than crass consumerism. This man from a poor village where Bergoglio spent much of his time. He worked in our soup kitchen, the man said. He held Mass in our shanty town. We love him so much. Across the street, a square known as a place of last resort, where lost causes collide. Here, the view of Pope Francis is not always so glowing. The mothers of the disappeared, women protesting the murders and abductions by the military junta in the so-called Dirty War decades ago. Some accused Bergoglio of not doing enough to protect people then. Many go further, say he put some in harm's way. Obviously, this woman says he has to ask for forgiveness, and that's not about hatred, it's not about revenge. There are other strains here too. This is a remarkably progressive country. Gay marriage, same-sex adoption, all legal, and Argentines are proud of that. Only one of the most vocal opponents of these moves was then Cardinal Bergoglio. It put him in real conflict with the president, who called his views medieval, reminiscent of the Inquisition. She has either forgiven or put differences aside in the name of respect, congratulating him and urging he not forget the poor.
The truth is that this is what we want, what we have always wanted, because this is a government that has always opted for those who have less.
And there are many who have less in this country. The streets outside the cathedral seem a constant parade of protesters, the square itself never quiet. And the man who knew these streets so well now belongs to Catholics around the world. That may be something people here are proud of, but it also means those in these neighborhoods have lost an advocate they saw and needed every day.
And a bit of a concern from some people here who say, look, it's easy to be comforted, indeed to be a bit seduced by this image of Pope Francis as a very humble man, but the institution, the Vatican, is far from humble, and they're worried that he's going to have to work very hard to make sure it just doesn't swallow him up. Peter?
Thanks, Adrienne. Adrienne Arsenault in Buenos Aires tonight.